Hello, higher chemistry pupils. Welcome back to week 7, day 2 of your chemistry learning. I hope you're having a good week. I just want to give you a quick overview of the learning for today. So far this week, you've looked at the chemical industry and you've been introduced to molar volume. Today, we're going to move on to think about equations involving gas volumes and then complete a learning check. So we have a starter for the first 15 minutes. This is on moles and it looks at the various aspects of moles that we should be familiar with so far. So balancing equations and getting a mole ratio, using number of moles with masses and gram formula masses, using number of moles with concentrations and volume, and using number of moles with volumes of gases and molar volume. If you already feel confident with that kind of stuff, you don't need to complete the starter. The starter is for pupils who know that the numerical work is something that they struggle with, or for maybe people who are crashing chemistry this year and need a wee bit of extra practice. If you do skip it, then you can just continue on with the rest of the lesson and make up that time with the learning check next lesson, okay? The majority of this lesson will be watching a video on equations involving volumes of gases. Because this is new learning, you should be taking complete notes in your notes jotter. There's not much theory with this, it's more worked examples. So I would expect you to be writing down most worked examples in your book, but I understand it's kind of quite laborious to keep writing out examples. So if you manage to just get a few written down in your jotter and then you just pay attention to the video for the rest, that's absolutely fine. I just want you to feel really confident before you move on, okay? For the second lesson, after your short break, you're going to spend the whole time working through as many questions as you can from the booklet. These are all involving equations that have gases in them. So you'll need to use a combination of the different mole relationships that we know to find your final answer. We want you to work through them carefully so that you can feel confident and feel practiced with them. Please don't rush through your work. And after every couple of questions, you should use the marking scheme available to mark your work. If you get a question right, then brilliant, you can move on to more similar questions. If you get a question wrong, the sorts of ways that people usually go wrong with these kind of questions is maybe haven't used the correct mole ratio from a balanced equation, haven't calculated formula correctly, haven't calculated formula mass correctly, have used the equations in the kind of jumbled up way, haven't converted to the correct units, so centimeters cubed to liters and so on. So maybe you could kind of troubleshoot those options as you redo the question. So that should be your first port of call, redo the whole question, but just paying attention to potential errors. And then if your second effort at that question still results in a wrong answer, then you should be asking for help from that. Okay, please don't just like mark a question wrong and then move on. Use the lesson slot to ask for help. Okay. There'll be a half-hour slot during this lesson where a teacher will be available. They'll be on a Teams call and you can just drop in whenever you like. If they're already chatting to someone, then they'll just leave you in the lobby, that's fine. And they will help you with the questions that you have. So please take advantage of that. We would be expecting that what you submit then, so those are the timings. I've left a wee 5-minute window at the end so that you've got time to upload to show my homework, but you should be uploading your marked work. This should be your best effort and it should be marked. And if you did it correct first time, then we want to see like lots of ticks for all the correct answers. If you got it wrong the first time and then you had to get some support or look at the marking scheme for help for how to redo it, we want to see your redone effort as well, okay? Make sure you mark it before you submit it. If you complete this lesson out with the timetable slot for whatever reason, then please still take advantage of help from your teachers. You can email or message on Show My Homework if you need any extra help. But what we don't want is for you to just submit work that you haven't taken time over and you've not used the marking scheme to support your learning. We're here to give you feedback so that you can actually understand this and feel that you're making good progress. And the best way to do that is if you give us your best efforts, okay? So take care, hope you enjoyed today's learning, and remember to submit your marked work onto Show My Homework. That is your required submission for today. Yeah, have fun and enjoy today's lesson. Take care, bye.